Let's try them again. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Notifications. A fire mod. Sort
Soaked through to my bones.
Is it not?
Here's your bow. Good luck out there.
Thank you. I didn't want to die in foreign lands.
Here. It's like
We're buying up all our property. I thought this was a Carja city.
let's go say hey to
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Good day.
Always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
You're Zaid.
And you're Anora. I can tell from your tone you've heard of me. Let me ease your mind. There seem to be wild stories about me among your tribe. But the Nora have me mistaken for someone else. I'm not sure where the fault lies, but the fog of war often breeds confusion. Unfortunately, some refuse to acknowledge the error. So it was with the last Nora who came through here.
The last Nora who came through here. You mean Nakoa?
Is that her name? Oh, well. It was a very unfortunate situation. She attacked me in broad daylight. If one of my men hadn't spotted her, I might well have been injured. But we were able to subdue her without harm.
What did you do with her?
I let her go, of course. It was clear she thought I was responsible for unspeakable things. So, in a sense, her actions were justifiable. I explained that she was wrong, then sent her on her way. Sadly, I don't think she believed me.
Where is Nakoa now?
I don't know exactly. She left raving that she would find a way to bring me down. But I did hear a report from the garrison at Lonesome Rock that a young woman had been abducted by bandits. Might have been her.
So you deny participating in the Red Raids?
No, I didn't say that. I did have a role in those operations, albeit a very limited one. But all this nonsense about torture and murder, that wasn't me. They have me confused with some other commander. I don't doubt some of my comrades did bad things, but Sun King Avad has worked hard to eliminate such brutality.
You've really gone out of your way to help, Prefect Saeed.
It's no trouble. The Sun King wishes to make amends with your people, and I am his humble servant.
I'll go to Lonesome Rock and get to the bottom of this. I promise you that.
You do that. And if our men are anything less than helpful, please let me know.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
It's always the ones you least expect that cause you trouble.
Can't trust him, not after what Jan told me. That garrison is my only lead. The world beyond the Sacred Land. I need to find Olin and learn everything he knows. Who the killers were, how they saw me through his focus, who the woman is, the one who looks like me. Why they want me dead. Olin's trail leads to Meridian. When I catch him, he will talk. And he will pay for all the lives he's ruined.
Hunting ground over here. Some real difficult trials. But we might stop and just get some. Save some stuff. That thing. That's a storm bird. Those things are nasty. That thing. I do not want to tangle with the storm bird. It's a trampler. Let's go that way.
Now they're hunting me.
Tangle with the trampler. Don't want to tangle with the storm bird yet. Do not have the equipment for that. Hey Dan, how's it going? Can you hear me, by the way?
Keep that for later.
Okay, good. Are you getting game audio as well? Because, like, it's not, like, showing the thing that it normally shows on my streaming software. Just want to make sure. did an update and I don't know if it screwed something up. Okay, good. Good. Working later today? Or tonight, I guess.
Come on now.
Take on this broadhead. Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. I'm gonna stream until like I don't know, another hour or so, I think.
I did tell you we'd meet again.
Nil.
But after
Still
that,
hunting bandits?
Oh, yes. I've been sharpening my blade, anticipating the scent of the fight. Don't get me wrong, these scum are odorous. A little panic and desperation really sets it off, though, like an incense.
cool.
So, what's your knife called?
Why would someone name a knife?
So much for small talk.
Are you ready?
Just don't think this means I enjoy it.
Don't worry. We'll take your secret to their graves.
Let's do this quest with Nil. Grab some medicine. Sneak up. Scan bandits.
Got a live one.
Regroup! Regroup!
Yeah. Oh, I missed that guy.
On your keep, Lord.
Get out of the way, Nell. Oh god.
This one'll hurt. One'll hurt. This close. Cover the everywhere. Don't wince out. Got you located.
Yeah, I love being able to like mark enemies. Even it does feel a little bit like cheating, but it's so helpful in order to like do stealth and stuff like that. But yeah, I love. Let's get a gold fast travel pack. I can just sell all my other ones. It's just, yeah, it's so helpful. With all the stealth
Full
that
already.
sometimes you have to do. Come on, I don't need to go down like that. I don't need more Ridgewood. Let's grab these resources off these bad guys. It's mostly metal shards.
I praise Sun King Avad every day for ending his father's blood sport in the Sun Ring.
So it's a potion. That's a potion.
An excuse for Sunfall to give up his military.
Perfect weather for a walk. Ha! King Avad's decree brought the Hunter's Lodge in line. Here they had to admit another woman into it.
Ron soldiers would cut off anyone who got in their path. With Avad, I feel protected.
The Avad they're talking about is the Sun King Avad. Who's like a. He's the new monarch who outlawed slavery and other bullshit in Sun Kingdom.
No shadows of
Called,
noonday sun.
well, Sundom, as they call it.
Under King Jiran, I feared for my life, the life of my family. Under Avad, I fear we may lose him.
Captain of the
Anyway, let's go talk to Nil. Yeah, my mount is still nuts. Oh, hey, that over there, that's a Thunderjaw. Oh, come on. That's one of the largest, meanest machines in the game. Let me scan it. Let me scan it. There we go. Yeah, there's a little bit of Monster Hunter in there. Although of course you don't get huge swords and shit to fight monsters with. You just have your bow and like a rope thing, and yeah.
Remember how the blood pounded in your ears? They'll ring later, in the calm. It's a call to arms, from your inner desires.
Or a cry for help.
I wouldn't fight it.
I can tell. Have you found a new partner yet?
I thought we were partners.
I have my own roads to follow, Nil.
And they seem to lead back to bandits.
Yes, I've traps.
That works for me. I'm not suggesting a Carja wedding. I'm never lonely where there's killing to be done.
Time to move on.
That guy's
a brief encounter for us, but the end for them. They were squalid lives anyway.
Nil's a creepy dude. Yeah, so like down the lower, oh, you can't see it because my face is blocking it. But let's actually move my face so I can show you. Down in this lower right corner, there's traps and potions and stuff. And the potions like give me different resistances and health and stuff, and the traps are allow me to place traps. And then there's also this tripcaster, which places like tripwires that like shock monsters and stuff. And there's a couple of other like elemental trap things. So I'm gonna move my face back over here because it's sort of the best spot to be in, aside from being able to see the potions. But yeah, there's all sorts of traps and stuff that I can use. Big machines like Thunderjaws aren't immune to them, but like a lot of that stuff doesn't work for very long on them. Thunderjaws, you can actually like get weapons off of Thunderjaws and use them against them. One of the really late, there are things called cauldrons, and the cauldrons allow you to take over machines. And there's a cauldron later in the game that allows you to take over Thunderjaws, and that one is useful, but it is real difficult to get. Anyways, we are headed to Meridian.
We all have our place in the order of things.
And I'm just gonna save here. There's nothing dangerous coming up, but might as well. Those things can become fast travel points, so they're pretty useful. So slow down
My
a little
duty
bit.
is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
They're scanning for me.
Yeah, they're not immune to them, but like they don't. They do less. Like they disable them for less, and it takes a lot more stuff to do them. So you just have to be cautious and patient.
Damn Oseram stirring up tensions.
Or like use a whole bunch of mods. I use a whole bunch of mods generally, but those are also harder to come by occasionally. Like, so I've got all these modifications, right? The problem is that I don't have any fire modifications, and those are really useful. Like, so my bow here, this bow here, this can take fire modifications, but there's no fire modifications. Fire modifications are really good for certain machines. To take them down, to overheat them. Okay, no worries.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous.
It's different ammo types. Oh, they've got a Shadow Ropecaster. I need one of those so bad.
We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
What's going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the Proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
City's locked down.
About getting through, Outlander.
I'll be broken. It's always the merchants who suffer.
Take a screenshot of this.
Sun shines brightest in
Halt! Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
I love Erend.
Not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk, alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
I lost someone too. At the Proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
That's terrible. Why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The Proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay. Come on.
His father may have been a butcher,
Alright.
but Sun King Avad is a reasonable man.
Come on, Olin. Erend, walk faster.
People here all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
Where are we going, drunk boy? Following you. I don't care.
That girl. Is she Nora?
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road. Find goods, fair price.
Would you like to buy something today?
Blood for blood. Vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace? Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered. And her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
It looks like a picture of Olin's family. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
We definitely will see about that. Yeah, you can use them to detonate certain barrels and things like that. You use them to like light up. Well, a lot of machines are vulnerable to fire, so like you can set machines on fire. They'll go mad. They'll like, go crazy, and then you can use other things on them. Especially the ancient machines. The ancient machines will deliver heat, and then you can attack their weak points and do a bunch of damage to them.
Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of Let's give it a little push.
Alright. It's a good thing he has this giant pile of ingots just like hanging there on a shelf above a door.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
Alright. Into Olin's secret basement.
serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted. A map. The glyphs show places he visited. There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you, through Olin.
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me? Look, I'll head for Redridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Redridge Pass, you said? I'll see what I can do.
Great. There's quests and stuff.
This place smells like nothing I've ever smelled
You're an
before.
outlander. Nora, from the look of you.
Kind of spice?
I'll bet you're a machine hunter, too.
I've hunted my share.
Well, let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother with the Hunter's Lodge. If you're not Karja, you'll never rise in the ranks.
Are you saying that you have to be Karja to join the lodge?
No, they take other tribes. But they have rules in place to keep outlanders from gaining ranks. When Sun King Avad took over, he promised a new day, Meridian open to all. But it's a sham. Sure, you can get a seat at the feast, but you just can't eat the food.
What's wrong with the hunting lodge exactly?
Nothing, if you like stuck-up bigots. I'm known as a skilled hunter back home in Banur, so I thought I'd try my luck at the lodge. I thought it'd be simple. Hunt machines, gain ranks, see who's best. But it doesn't work like that at all. It's all rigged to keep the Karja at the head of the line. I don't need those snobs to tell me I can hunt. I'm going home.
Sounds like someone needs to shank things up at the lodge.
Maybe, but it isn't gonna be me. If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
A Banuk farewell mark? What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour.
Blue box. treasure boxes. Still no fire mods. So let's get some skills. Yeah. All right.
Don't pass up these goods.
All right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an outlander.
No, although some can be dangerous.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the old ones? They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends. If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
What sort of ritual were these vessels made for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship. But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard. One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking. But which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Are you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, trade quickly. I have work to do.
Don't have enough sets, those.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins. Perhaps your travels have taken you through
Anyway,
ancient ruins?
that guy is asking about coffee
Let us speak
cups. Like these. This guy has a bunch of different stuff. Treasure box. Finally, crafting. Yes, a fire coil. Now let's do another damage coil.
These aren't goods, they are necessities.
Can you help me? Can you spare a moment? Someone robbed my house. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
They absolutely do.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important.
Yeah,
the 12th Sun
one
King
way to
gave
put
it
it.
to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Okay.
That must be the spire. Drops of blood leading away. You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching a sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
Alright. This guy's trail.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
What do my tired eyes see?
More blood.
Surely.
I'm still on the trail.
Come, talk to me a moment.
Nope. Not gonna talk to anyone. Gonna hunt down a thief.
Still more blood. The thief got cut.
You'll like
Trail
what I
is
have for
here.
sale, I promise.
Someone must have seen the thief.
People are charging for a good bowl of cloth.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
If you wander in the outlands south of here, pray to the sun you never run into the Thunderjaw.
Women rising in the ranks at the Hunter's Lodge?
Oh. We should probably track the quest that I'm on.
Well met.
That might be useful.
Good to see you. Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward.
Hope the sun shines in your heart.
No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by.
Meridian is the greatest of all cities. And within, I met Honora when I was a child. All I remember is how heavy her bow was.
Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah, almost crashed into me too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword. But where? Maybe he had help. That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
The Shadow Karja know them well, and now they've murdered our cat.
One disaster after another.
Before you're on the road.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Check out these wares.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
I think I'll finish off this quest and then we can hop on Rune Terror or something like that. Play some games.
Wasn't sure about the Sundom at first. It's growing on me.
Now, let's It's pretty high up, big place.
Hot. Everything's sweating.
Down the elevator.
These aren't goods. They're
Don't ask me where to go if
necessities.
you're lost.
I was in charge of the rest.
Alright, save here.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Are hardly better than Nora.
Alright, we're gonna change outfits because we're in Karja territory. This is a lot better for this weather.
Nothing like taking a breath on a long day.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
It's always the ones you least
Alright.
expect that cause you trouble.
I'm not gonna finish this part of the quest. It takes a while. So we are instead going to find the nearest fire. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna take a short break, and then we can play some of that co-op mode.
something today?
We teach the Karja nothing else. Steal them my soul. We'll teach them how to hold their liquor.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
So now... Alrighty.